welcome back to the channel. So today's video is something I've been meaning to do for a while and I'm so excited. So I'm going to be talking about the Freemie Collection Cups along with the Ameda Finesse Breast Pump. Alright, so to get started, I'm just going to go ahead and go with the Freemie. So I have been using this stuff. I actually just packed it back into the box so I could do this video. I used it when I went to Vegas with my friend because I needed a more discreet way to pump. So what's really cool about this, it's kind of, I don't know if you guys know the Willow pump where it inserts into your bra and then you pump discreetly in your bra. With Willow though, it's like a $500 system, which I can't afford and my insurance was not covering for me. So this is just the collection cup. So it's the same concept. You stick the cups inside your bra and then you loop like the parts through your shirt and connect them to the breast pump. So you actually have to have like a breast pump with it. I know Freemie does have their own breast pump, which is a little bit smaller that hooks into like a belt loop where you can put it in your pocket. Fortunately, again, my insurance did not cover that. I did get my breast pump for free through my insurance and I will link the website down below that helped me get that. This way I didn't have to talk to my insurance. I just filled out a little form and they did all the work for me and then I got a free breast pump. With this though, I did have to pay, so I think after like insurance it was $75 for these, but it's definitely worth it, especially if you're like a full-time working mom or you travel a lot or you just want a more discreet way to pump. Okay, so this is the box. So it's the closed system collection cup. So that is what the cups look like and Freemie is the brand. Everything that comes inside, it's packaged a lot prettier when you first get it, but you do get extra like flanges that go over your breast. So this is the 25mm and you also have the 28mm. So that's what I have on here. And you can test out which ones to see what fits you better. And I'll also leave a link to a website that shows you how to measure to see which one is going to fit you for the best one. If you have a pump flange that's either too big or too small, you're not going to get a good suction and you're not going to be able to express breast milk out, or it can be really painful. So it's really easy to pop off. It does have like the shape of it though. You want to be pointed down, so it's like a little triangle. My kids are right next to me, guys, sorry. So triangle point down, and then it does fit this as well. So if you guys can see, it's kind of shaped like a triangle. So you just want to line that up. And then where there's like a little arrow right here, it lines up with, it says, I know it's really hard to see because of the clear, but it says Freemie right here, and you just, until it clicks, and then to pop off, you just simply pop it off. So that's the whole collection cup. It does come with the parts too, so I'll show you how. So you take it off like that for cleaning. For cleaning purposes, you want to remove everything and clean all the parts individually. Never just try to like keep it together and rinse it out. You're not going to clean it thoroughly and sanitizing and stuff. So this is the part that goes on to part of the flange or the collection cup. It does have a little like silicone cup here that goes inside. That's to help. All of these parts need to be inside for it to actually work. And then it does have like the membrane here that comes off as well, and you can just slip it back on. So again, you want to remove everything when you are cleaning it, and then you can simply just put it back on. So you want to wait till like it dries and stuff before you put everything back together. So it does come with 2 of those, and then it comes with 3 of these. I don't know why it's so random that it only has 3 and not 4. I'm like, one's an extra one just in case anything happens or you start to notice like any type of mold or moisture inside. I had the Medela before this one. When I was pumping, I would notice the Medela would have extra moisture and I was always having like mildew inside of it and it was really gross. Like as soon as you see that, you want to discard your parts because that can contaminate your breast milk and you definitely don't want to do that. But something that really helped was to leave my breast pump on for like 3 minutes, all the way up as like full speed to try to suck out any of that extra moisture and air. And I really noticed a difference and it made my parts last a little bit longer. But out of good practice, you do want to change your parts out every few weeks, depending on how often you pump. All right, so it does come with 3 of those. And then what I liked too is it had like detailed instructions. So if you're a new breastfeeding mom, it goes through detailed instructions in English and in Spanish, how to like breastfeed, how to comfortably do it, and how to work their system as well. So it shows you when you want to initiate the letdown, what settings to have it on, and then after the letdown, it shows you how to comfortably pump. All right, and then you do have another pamphlet that goes into a lot more detail. All right, so I definitely like this. It was really discreet. It does extend out. it's kind of weird underneath the shirts. You can definitely tell you have something inside your bra. But as far as like discreetness goes, it is so discreet. They are super comfortable. One thing, I was wearing them one day around the house, so I definitely forgot I had it on, and I bent over to pick up Ezra and milk spilt out. So you want to make sure when you are pumping, you're always sitting upright, because it does have a pour system, and so if you bend over any type of way, milk will pour out of here. But basically, so there's like a little hole in here, so you want to make sure that that's lined up with your breast before you stick it into your bra. So what I found to be easier is I would kind of pull my bra to the side, and that's another thing, you want to make sure the bra you're using fits comfortably and is close to you. If you have any bra that's kind of like loose at all, I know the breastfeeding bras that you kind of just slip off to the side and they crisscross, those didn't work as well because they didn't hold the cup close enough to me. They said when you're first testing it out, you want to hold it up to you and like press in for comfortability, and then whatever bra feels the same as it being held up and pressed in, that's the bra or the type of bra you want to wear. I was also able to do this comfortably in a strapless bra. All right, so now that we have the bra, you want to basically line yourself up first. So without the bra, or if you have the breastfeeding bra, I would kind of pull it down, line up first, and then pick it up. If you try to insert it into the bra, sometimes I found that the breast would fold, and so it wouldn't actually be inside the hole. All right, so once you have it inside your bra, you want to make sure again that those holes are faced upward. The first time I did it, I had them upside down, and as soon as I was pumping, everything started leaking out. Again, these spouts are so once you are done, you can just pull it out of your bra, put it right into a bottle. It's super easy to pour into the bottle, and I actually like that. And then once you have most of the milk, I basically just pop everything off, and then anything that's excess in here, I just pour that way. And this way too, if anything spills out, you're only losing like 1 or 2 drops versus losing like 5 ounces or something. It sometimes will pour out of here depending on how full your cup is. So you want to make sure when you're first pouring, you don't like tilt it at all. If anything, you want to like tilt it back, and as you pour, you kind of like rotate it. Practice with water. There's detailed instructions on how to do it too, but I would practice that with water to see what the best pouring method is. But as long as you keep it pretty like straight or tilted back just slightly, should be able to pour without any milk pouring out of here. Okay, so as far as the tubing goes to connect, it's super easy. Depending on where I'm at, sometimes if I'm home, I just leave it out. I don't care. If I'm out in public, you basically just string it like through your shirt upwards this way. But you want to have it at like a 12 o'clock, so it should look like this inside your bra. So once it's like inside your shirt on the outside or on the inside here, it'll poke out just a little bit and then connect to the collection cup. But basically to connect it to the collection cup, so the longer one is your pouring spout. There's a circular hole here. That is where your tubing goes, and it fits right inside just like that. So this is what it should look like when it is inside your shirt. Of course, the tubes are going to be on the inside, but it should look just like that. So yeah, again, I definitely recommend collection cups for anybody who travels, working moms. I wish when I worked full-time with Aria that I had this. And I know a lot of times too, you worry about like your breaks. And so you're pulled away from your work because you have to go pump, and then you don't have enough time to eat, and bosses and stuff. Like there's just a lot of drama surrounding breastfeeding moms and pumping moms in the workplace. And this definitely makes it easier, especially if you have like a computer or office sitting, or you have cubicles. You're around other people and nobody knows that you're pumping. You can easily be at your desk doing your computer work and pumping at the same time. But I'll definitely leave the brand website down in the description box below. This is not sponsored. I do not get anything out of it. I am just sharing something that I have fallen in love with as a breastfeeding / pumping mom, and I know you guys will enjoy too. I'm going to talk about the Ameda breast pump a little bit. So this is the bag that was sent with it through my insurance for free. Did not have to pay extra, which was something right off the bat that I loved, because one, this tote bag is huge. If I would have had this when I worked full time, I would not have been known as a bag lady. I had the Medela Pump and Style Advance. My insurance then did not cover anything but literally the pump itself, and I think I got obviously the parts to go with it and maybe 2 bottles for collection, and that was it. So I had to go buy a bag off of Amazon. That bag only fit my pump, and then I had to have like all my other bags to go. I really love this because it's roomy, and you can easily fit like your wallet and your keys and like maybe even a small laptop in here if you're traveling. So that was a must. And it does have like a pocket in the front too, so any like wet parts I like to separate those from non-used parts. You can definitely put that in there. All right, so this came with, this is the breast pump itself. It's definitely smaller than my Medela. It fits in my hand, and one thing I really like, it is battery operated as well. I think it takes 6 AA, sorry. So it takes 6 AA batteries, and you do have the power supply for the plug itself. And as far as the batteries go, so this is the one thing I did not like about it, doing it just with the batteries itself. After a week of use, literally 1 week, it did not turn on. And so I thought the batteries were dead. I tried everything, then I plugged it in and it turned on when I plugged it in. So I knew it wasn't the machine itself. So I was like, okay, it had to be the batteries. And I was like that. I mean, I wasn't even pumping that often. I was just pumping to store milk before I went on vacation, and like the batteries had died. So I threw all the batteries away, put new batteries in right before I left to go on vacation. I was only gone over the weekend, so Friday and Saturday, came back Sunday. On the plane ride back, it was a crazy morning because we had a super early flight. I was getting like engorged and I definitely needed to pump, and so I was gonna just pump on the plane. In our row, there was only females, so I didn't care. I took the things out, I got all set up, and I went to go turn it on, and there was 0 battery power. And I noticed that the little dial was turned a little bit, so I figured it was on, and through like going through TSA and all that, it must have turned on shifting in the bag, and I thought like I had killed the batteries. 3 days later, don't even know why, but I turned it on and it was working like with the same batteries. So I don't know if it had just overheated or what had went on, or like if it was just a shortage, but I would definitely say do not throw your batteries away if you think it's just your batteries. Just kind of keep the batteries, switch them out, and it should work. It kept doing that to me, and I don't know why. I don't know if anyone else has this pump or has ever had that issue, but that's like the only thing I did really not like about this pump. And also too, that it's just so easy for the dials to turn, because there's multiple times if it's in my bag or something, the dials are turned and it's on, and because it's so quiet, I don't realize it. Some of the concerns that I had that aren't an issue was if the collection cups were going to give me a different result than the flange with the bottle collection, and that answer is a no. I don't see any type of difference with like loss of milk or anything from using the collection cups to using the regular traditional flange and bottle. The other thing I had a question about was if the battery operated versus the wall plug-in operated for the breast pump was going to be any type of loss in suction if I just used the battery, and that's also a no. I did not see a difference if I just use a battery. I know on some pumps, if you use the battery, you don't get as much power in suction versus if you did a wall plug-in, because obviously there's more like of an electrical charge coming through, but I did not see any difference whatsoever. The only thing I will say, and it could just be me personally, from being a user of the Medela Pump and Style Advanced before, I feel like that breast pump I personally respond to slightly better. This did not cause any type of engorgement. I didn't have any type of clogged ducts or pain in between like breastfeeding or pumping sessions, especially when I was like out on vacation. I was really worried about that, and I did not have any type of engorgement unless I went too long without pumping. But something I noticed when I was at home trying to pump in between feedings to make sure I had enough breast milk stored at home for the baby, I did not get as much breast milk out if I wasn't full. It's just, for me, was not good if I was doing it after a feeding. I felt like I just wasn't getting any milk out, and it made it really stressful when I was about to leave. But baby was fine. He was able to eat with the milk that I did express as well. That is my little I guess review how to use this and everything else. So again, I will leave all the information in the description box below with like links on where to buy. I make no money off of this. I am just a mom sharing something with you guys, and I hope you enjoy. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It does help me out a ton. It lets me know that you love watching these types of videos, and leave a comment below to let me know what pump that you use, and if you're thinking about getting the Freemie Collection Cups if you work and stuff. So as always guys, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.